Let's discuss an SSL record protocol payload. The first one, chain cipher specific protocol. Second one, alert protocol. Third one, handshake protocol, and other upper layer protocols, example HTTP. Let's discuss one by one. The chain cipher specific protocol. The chain cipher specific protocol is a 1 byte protocol, and the chain cipher protocol is one of the three SSL specific protocols that uses the SSL record protocol, and it is the simplest one. This protocol consists of a single message which consists of a single byte with the value of 1. The sole purpose of this message is to cause the pending state to be copied into the current state, which updates the cipher suite to be used on the connection. Next one, alert protocol. The alert protocol is used to convey SSL related alerts to the peer entity. As with the other applications that use SSL, alert messages are compressed and encrypted as specified by the current state. Let us see about the alert protocol. Alert protocol is an 2 byte protocol. Each message in this protocol consisting of 2 bytes. The first byte takes the value warning 1 or fatal 2 to convey the severity of the message. If the value is fatal, if the level is fatal, SSL immediately terminates the connection. Other connections on the same session may continue, but no new connections on this session may be established. The second byte contains a code that indicates the specific alert. We will list those alerts that are always fatal. Let us see about the particular list of alert fatals. First one, unexpected message. An inappropriate message was received, in the sense that is going to be dealt as unexpected message. Second one, bad record MAC. The bad record MAC, which indicates that an incorrect MAC was received. Decomposition failure. The decomposition function received improper input. Example, unable to decompose or decompress to greater than maximum allowable length. Fourth one, handshake failure. Handshake failure, which since sender was unable to negotiate an acceptable set of security parameters given this option available. An illegal parameter. A field in a handshake message was not or range or out of range was out of range or inconsistent with other fields. That's going to be specified as illegal parameter. Some of the remaining alerts as like a close notify notifies the recipient that the sender will not send any more messages on this connection. Since each party is requested or required to send a close notify alert before closing the right side or right side of a connection. No certificate may be sent in response to a certificate request if no appropriate certificate is available. Bad certificate. Bad certificate is nothing but a receiver received a certificate was corrupt. Example, contained a signature that did not verify, or the signature may not be available. The such certificate is going to be called as bad certificate. And next one, unsupported certificate. The type of received certificate is not supported to open or to do the process. That is going to be called as unsupported certificate. The next one, certificate revoked. A certificate has been revoked by its signature, signer. If not, that's going to be called as revoked. Then certificate expired. As the name itself, it shows that the certificate is not a valid one, or if the validity have been expired. Such certificates are going to be called as certificate expired. Then a last one, or in this alert list, and certificate unknown. Some other unspecified issue arose in processing the certificate or rendering it unacceptable. such certificates are going to be called as unknown certificate, unknown. These are not restricted actually. List may be more, and it's a few examples what we have discussed over there as called as an alert messages or alert fatals. Let's discuss about the third one, handshake protocol. The most complex part of SSL is the handshake protocol. This protocol allows the server and the client to authenticate each other and to negotiate an encryption and a MAC algorithm and cryptographic keys to be used to protect the data sent in an SSL record. The handshake protocol is used before any application data is transmitted. The handshake protocol consists of a service of message exchanged by the client and server. All of this we will see with the pictorial representation. Each message has three fields. First one, type, 1 byte data, then second one, length, 3 byte data, then third, content. It may be more or less 0 bytes data. It may be equal to or more than 0 byte data, and type is nothing but which indicates one of the 10 messages which we have received previously in the alert messages. And the length of the message is going to be described in its bytes, a maximum of 3 byte data, and the parameter which is associated with this message, these are listed, and those things are going to be called as content, which may be more than or equal to 0 bytes. Let's see about how this thing is going to be, or a handshake is going to be established. And handshake is established with respect to the time, and a client and server together they are going to be get present over there. And the first one is going to be called as establish security capabilities. This phase is used to initiate a logical connection and to establish the security capabilities that will be associated within. The exchange is initiated by the client, which sends a client hello message with the following parameters or version, the highest SSL version understood by the client, a random, a client generated random structure containing of 32-bit timestamps and 28 bytes generated by a secure random number generator. This value serves as nonce and are used during the key exchange to prevent replay attacks. And the session ID, a variable length session identifier, a non-zero value indicates that the client wishes to update the parameter of an existing connection or to create a new connection on this session. A zero value indicates that the client wishes to establish a new connection on a new session. And with the cipher suits, this is a list that contains the combination of cryptographic algorithms supported by the client. In decreasing order of performance, each element of the list defines both a key exchange algorithm and a cipher specification. Then the compression method. This is a list of compression method the client supports. After sending this client hello message, the server will respond, which contains the same parameter as the client hello message. For the server hello message, the following conventions are going to be applied. The version field contains the lower of the version suggested by the client and the highest supported by the server. The random field is generated by the server and is independent of the client's random field. If the session ID field of the client was non-zero, the same value is used by the server. Otherwise, the server's session ID field contains the value for a new session. The cipher suit field contains the single cipher suit selected by the server for those proposed by the client. The compression field contains the compression method selected by the server from those proposed by the client. The first element of the cipher suit parameter is the key exchange method. That is, it means the by which the cryptographic key for conventional encryptions and MACs are exchanged. Example, it may be an RSA algorithm, or a fixed Diffie-Hellman algorithm, or imperial Diffie-Hellman algorithm, or anonymous Diffie-Hellman algorithm, or algorithm cipher algorithm, or MAC algorithm. Some types of algorithms, it may be an hash size or key material, and IV size is exportable. Such things are going to be get present over there in that one. Such a way, the phase one is going to be get established. The establishment of security capability is going to be get happened with the handshake protocol.